Welcome back to Cryptos Are Us. I am George. We're all George. So, it's looking good tonight. It's looking really good tonight. So, let's talk about what's going on with Bitcoin. Why is it doing so well? Well, let me explain. And let me explain what's going on with crypto as well, because the entire crypto market cap is going up. So, it's not just Bitcoin. Let's do it. Welcome, guys. We're certainly looking better right now than this morning. You know what? What's the title of my, or the main topic of this morning's stream? That this week is going to be good. I said it this morning when Bitcoin was still below 42,000. We were like 41.8. And I'm like, you know what? This week could be really good, guys. We got a lot of great things. And some of those things have started happening, which is why we're going upwards. So this is looking fantastic. We're right below 44,000. What dip? Do we have a dip? What dip, right? Like, we're right back to where we were. And it would not be surprising that tomorrow we break through to 45 and go back above, right? When in doubt, zoom out. And I've been telling you guys, corrections are normal. Every bull run. It happens, okay? They're very, very normal, but does that mean the bull run is over? No. Okay, so what exactly happened today? Well, I told you guys this morning about another FOMC meeting, a Fed decision about rates. I said most likely it's going to be a nothing burger. There's no way that Powell is going to say, I'm going to raise rates, right? It's too early for him to say we're going to cut rates, but he may say something that's very dovish, indicating that there may be a cut soon. So now, there's rumors that Powell may be hinting that as soon as March, we may get the very first cut. That'd be interesting. I think it's more like, well, before I predicted that it was going to be like more like June or July, but now there's rumors coming out saying Powell is so pleased with his progress, he may start cutting in March. Interesting. And if that happens, that's before the halving. That's even more bullish. That's a huge catalyst. Now, one may wonder, why would Powell accelerate his rate cuts? What's the rush? Why does he want the economy to start roaring back and having everyone make a ton of money again? Does it have something to do with the elections coming up later this year? Because I've said that for a long time. Election years are very good for markets. Sometimes it makes you wonder if it's artificially done, right? Artificially pumped. I mean, I don't see any reason why Powell needs to cut rates so fast. But if he does, it makes you wonder if it has something to do with that election coming up. Anyway, so that came out. That's rumor, though. That's Rumorville. But, you know, what really happened is today Wall Street bought up. Okay, they bought a ton of Bitcoin. Van Eyck, CEO, was pounding the table about being long on Bitcoin. Okay, again, this is one of the biggest fund managers out there. So if you look at what happened today, we don't have the official numbers in terms of how much BlackRock and Fidelity's other bought, right? But what we do know is this: volume is still sky high with these guys. Grayscale still led the volume today at 570 million. BlackRock's not too far off, 461 million. Fidelity, 315 million. And then ARK at 107 million, and the others, right? We still have explosive volume right now, over 1.5 billion of trading. Now, how much did Grayscale sell? That's the big question. Well, it turns out they sold 191 or 192 million today, which is still a lot. But here's the thing. It's a lot less than last Friday. It's a lot less than last Thursday and Wednesday. The outflow, the selling from Grayscale is slowing down tremendously. Last week, we were still talking about Grayscale selling 400, 500, 600 million dollars of Bitcoin. Now we're down to less than 200 million. So what does that mean tomorrow? Could we be low 100? Could we be below 100? Right? So the grayscale selling is starting to stop. And I said that this morning too. This week, we could possibly see where it's zero out of grayscale. In fact, we started to see it turn up. That could actually happen. This decline of selling is happening really fast. And you bet that BlackRock, Fidelities, and others are adding more than is being sold right now. I think that's pretty clear. Tomorrow, I'll show it. I'll show the day 12, like how much additions, we don't know yet. They haven't released it yet. But I'm pretty sure tomorrow, you know, BlackRock is probably going to go from 2.2 billion to about 2.4, 2.5. We may see Fidelity at 2.1, 2.2. These guys are not going to stop. I told you guys that they're not going to stop. They're going to keep on adding. By the end of this year, you could see grayscale, maybe they're down to 18, 17, 15 billion, but you could easily see BlackRock at 20 billion and Fidelity at 20 billion and all the rest at like 10 billion. These funds are soaking up Bitcoin like there's no tomorrow, okay? I've told you guys this. They will soak up all the liquidity. In the long run, this is a horrible thing. I've said that. Long run, you don't want these funds and institutions to hold all the Bitcoin. Why would we, right? But right now, a lot. They are adding a lot. $6 billion worth in their pockets, 140,000 Bitcoins approximately in 11 days. And that's not going to stop. That's less than 2 weeks. Imagine after 52 weeks, after a full year, where they will be. That could be at 1.4 million. That could probably, it could be even higher. It could be at 4 million, right? It's going to keep on going. It's not going to stop, especially this year being so bullish. I just talked about the rate cuts in the US. Let's not forget the halving event that's coming up, right? These are all very, very bullish things, and the ETFs will only accelerate things. It's like dumping gasoline on a campfire. It's going to speed up. Another thing I talked about this morning, another accelerant, is the fact that Google is now allowing Bitcoin ETF ads. Not that any of us would click on it, but there's a lot of retail investors that may. So you could see they had this ban for a while. It was speculated that they're going to open up today, and sure enough, they did. So now you see iShares and Advanced Bitcoin ETFs, right, being advertised. So basically, even though most of us are never going to click on it, a lot of retail investors, they're looking it up. They're seeing these ads. They will click. It's going to cause them to go buy some, right? This is all adding up. This is all adding up, which is why Bitcoin is doing well today. And it would not surprise me that this week we push well past 45,000 and head close to 49,000 again. And maybe we even break 49,000. We hit 50,000 this weekend, guys. It's only Monday. It's only Monday. Things turn really, really quickly. Really quickly indeed, right? And then also, we got Tether printing. We got Tether printing by the billions, not by the millions, by billions, okay? We're seeing a billion here, a billion there, a billion there, a billion everywhere. It just happens all the time, right? Where is that going? A lot of it into Bitcoin, a lot of it into crypto. The entire crypto market cap, I said, is going up, right? All that Tether, it's going somewhere. It's not being printed for the sake of just being printed. It's printed, being handed out to people that want to buy crypto with it, right? So there's just a lot of bullishness, right? The excitement is back. The money is back, right? Just give it a few days and no one will remember the dip that we just had for a few weeks. All right. As for other good things, just a few more. As for technical, we got an inverse head and shoulders pattern going on with Bitcoin. That's fantastic. Usually people only look at head and shoulders, but this is an inverse head and shoulders pattern, which is bullish, not bearish, very bullish. And then, of course, we have others like this that show you the start of a bull run. And I've already said that the bottom point when we started reversing from 16,000, that was the bull run. But here's the thing. We're about to enter the parabolic bull run. That's the thing. Okay, at this point in time versus prior times like 2015, we went up about, from that bottom point, we went about 7,400%. 2019, we went up 1,400%. Right now, as it stands, it went up, Bitcoin went up 264%. But of course, we didn't enter the parabolic phase yet. We didn't hit top yet. So this time around, where are we going to see? 1,000%? Maybe 1,400%. Who knows? With all the catalysts this year, it's just going to be absolutely fantastic, guys. So this is why I always tell you guys, don't be feared out of the market. This is the absolute worst time to be fearful about the market. You want to stay strong. You want to stay focused on the future. Stay focused on that life-changing wealth or financial freedom that you're aiming for. Ignore the FUD and continue to do what you've been doing since forever, right? Since 2022 or since 2023 or even beyond. HODL and DCA and let the gains come to you, right? It's really that simple. Really that simple. Now, it's not just Bitcoin, of course, right? This morning I talked about Solana. We'll talk a little bit more about Solana. A lot of people are very ecstatic about Solana right now. Obviously, due to the memes, although memes took a dip today, I think that's normal because a lot of people sold them to buy Bitcoin and all the other great projects. But overall, memes still very hot on Solana. But Jupiter is making waves. So much so that one person is very angry about it. But before I get to that, Jupiter is a DEX aggregator on Solana. They will be airdropping in a couple of days. Their volume is absolutely exploding. You can see right here, 24-hour volume on Solana is even higher than Ethereum, okay? And Jupiter also surpassed Uniswap. Yes, the biggest DEX on the planet. It surpassed it because a lot of people want airdrops and a lot of people want memes. The two perfect combination drove Jupiter above Uniswap. Okay. Now, I told you, there's one person that does not like this. Guess who? The founder of Uniswap. So he and totally tweeted this, right? What I just showed you guys. And then Hayden, he's not a fan of that. He's like, well, this is just temporary. Okay. Uniswap still gets more volume, but this is just a temporary thing. So it sounds like he's a little jealous. He does not like the fact that Jupiter is above Uniswap, okay? That's okay. Friendly competition is good, right? But bottom line is this. Jupiter is very, very hot. Solana is very, very hot. And I did mention that I was going to do more research for you. There's going to be 4 rounds of Jupiter airdrops. The first round is coming in, I think, 2 or 3 days. I think the 31st. Now, round 2, 3, 4 has not been announced. We don't know what days yet, but the snapshot has not been done. Okay, so this morning I wasn't sure if snapshot was done for all 4 rounds. No, it's only been done for the first round. So all this excitement, all this usage and volume right now will contribute to the snapshot for round 2, right? So we'll see. When the first airdrop launches, let's see what it debuts at. I'm guessing it's going to be anywhere between 300 and 500 million. And many exchanges are planning to list it. But then when they do airdrop 2, 3, and 4, it could be even more explosive because there's even more volume now than before, right? So, I mean, there's just a lot of great things happening on Solana. I'm just really bullish on it. Here's another one. Phantom Wallet have surpassed Coinbase downloads in the App Store. Can you believe that? Coinbase app many times during bull run will stay at number 1 in the app download, right? Because everyone's trying to FOMO into Bitcoin. The fact that you have a a decentralized wallet, a mobile wallet, and a browser wallet, Phantom, surpassed Coinbase downloads. That's kind of nutty if you think about it. And why do you think this is happening? Because of memes and because of Jupiter, because Solana is so hot, right? That's amazing. That's also really amazing if you think about it. Okay. All right, so that's enough of Solana. What else is there? There's another hot project that's getting hotter right now, and you guys may have noticed, is Sui. Sui is blowing up right now too, right? Based in the US, in Silicon Valley, and they're just doing all the right things right now. Their TVL is blowing up, 418 million. They're about to surpass Cardano in TVL, and they're a relatively new chain, right? So Sui is doing very well. There's a couple reasons. Today they announced that they are integrating this Banza. I think that's how you say it. I was gonna say Banex, but Banza is a fiat on-ramp, off-ramp platform. So now you could buy and sell Sui a little bit easier with that. But they've been making a lot of partnerships. Okay, they made a partnership with Alibaba Cloud, right, to introduce AI tools and educational programs and all this stuff. This was just a few days ago. Alibaba is still one of the biggest cloud providers in the world, right? So that is also pretty good. And they've been announcing things left and right. They have this new ZK login, right, that they announced. They had 10 dApps that integrated with it. This was just recently too. And they also partnered up last week with this new Oracle called Stork, which I've never heard of before. But yeah, it is Oracle, right? Among the many oracles out there. So Sui is also doing a lot. All these things that I've mentioned are all within the last week, right? So that's why Sui is also going up, up, up. Glad to see it. Glad to see it. Another major L1 to look forward to this year. All right, guys. That is it. Today, overall, pretty good day. 43.6 still, right? Let's see where it goes tomorrow or even tonight. Let's do some Q&A. All right. Let's see. I saw some super chats on top. Let me scroll up here. And Solana is doing pretty good today too, up to 103. That's not too bad. Dark Destroyer said 40K is stupid cheap. Price has been suppressed. Even a bearish manager wicked down to 10K. 40K cheap looking ahead. Yes, I 100% agree with that. Let's see. Powell getting ready to cut rates. Yes, even though crypto is a worldwide thing, but US obviously loads of money, or loads of debt, I should say. But a lot of money swirling around. The money printer is going to start kicking in high gear. And Powell probably wants to make the markets look good for elections. So he may be cutting rates much sooner than expected. Jesse says, George, please watch your tone because when you talk bullish, excited, I get nasty FOMO. A lot of people have said that to me. Too bad it doesn't work like that when I talk to the ladies. But yeah, a lot of people say when they listen to me, they feel the urge to buy more. It has been said once or twice before. What are your 3 favorite foods Don't say cock. I do like fried chicken. I like fried chicken a lot. I'm back on keto, guys. It's been doing very well, and I got my mindset into it now. You know, it's always about mentality. So I gotta say, I love burgers, I love fried chicken, and I love steak. But I gotta say, I like pizza, but no more pizza for me for a while. Kirch Mayer. Google has become the official Solana validator. It will surpass Ethereum market value Pith at a bargain price. I think everything that relates to Solana will do very well. Let's see. Appreciate the work you do. Been watching over the last couple of years. Good stuff. I appreciate that. Appreciate your support. Spencer, I was not fudding the hell out of Solana a year ago. I was merely stating facts. Facts a year ago, Solana had a lot of network issues. Facts now, it has no network issues. So I was reporting facts. So don't try to ruin a good thing. Don't try to bring me down with your negativity. If you don't have a soul bag, you know what? It's not too late to pick up some. Let's see. George effect is real. Yes, it is. Kulo is not catching on. I know it's early, but you think they're having trouble gaining traction. Yes, I think they do have that problem because it's Polygon. I kind of knew that early on because there's nothing really hot on Polygon, right? Hoping that Kulo will continue forward. The team continues to push. And Polygon becomes hot, and maybe Kulo can even make Polygon hot and then start a revolution, right? It just takes one to do it. But yeah, I think that's the reason. Go carnivore? I can't do carnivore. Those people that have done carnivore will know that it's just tough. It's just tough. I tried carnivore before. I'll never do pure carnivore again. Steak is great, especially if you steak injective. Let's see. People that never got into soul are hella salty. Yes, that's true. That's very true. Yeah, Ivan, I think the biggest problem with carnivore is, it gets so oily. You want to eat some veggies, right? It's a thing. And if you don't get enough fiber in your system, going number 2 is a real problem. So, yeah. So I think just veggies, getting some veggies in, is not a bad thing. Veggies, a lot of meat. Cut out the carbs. It works. It works. And carnivore didn't give me all the energy that people said it would. It actually just made me like bloated all the time. Get to the point. What are your thoughts on Shido mainnet? CZ follows the project. I have no thoughts on it. People have asked me about it. I have no thoughts about it. No, actually, Zach is the opposite. It's like more like not crazy diarrhea. It's more like crazy constipation. Man, I don't know how much you were before. I don't think I could lose 100 pounds, but good for you. Whatever works for you, right? Whatever works for you, as long as you enjoy it and can keep it up, then good. All jokes aside, are you following Cox subnet discussions at all with GoGo pools? No, I have no idea. I have no idea any development. I kind of figured they would like reach out because I have been like the biggest supporter of Cock in you. Like I almost feel like I led the revolution in a way. You would figure the team would want to reach out, maybe collaborate, or just let me know what's going on. Nothing, which is kind of a little sad and disappointing. Robert. Oh. Check out Stamp from Crypto Hungry. Best BTC inscription out there and can't be pruned, unlike BRC's 20. Plus, getting listed, the whole ecosystem looking bullish. So it's a new standard on Bitcoin called SRC20. Yeah, I will say no thanks. And I don't even keep up with BRC20 enough. I said in my Sunday video, I've been trying to get more involved by investing in them, but man, there's so much going on. And I don't think we need another standard like SRC20 on top of Bitcoin. If we have definitive crypto mass adoption projects like Solana and Pit Network, Oracle, why bother finding other projects? Well, just in case. Some of these other projects could have greater gains in the bull market because, quite frankly, they're smaller, right? They may not, but, that's why you diversify, right? Just like with Bitcoin. I'm a big believer in Bitcoin. I'll always hold Bitcoin. But why do I diversify? Why do I hold Solana and Avalanche and Injective? It's because I see they have greater gain potential, right? It's the same thing with Solana. There's others, smaller ones that have greater potential. Injective did way better in 2023 than Solana. And in 2024, there could be others. I've been on intermittent fasting diet. I've been doing that. Intermittent fasting does not work for me. I don't eat in the morning. So I just stream and then I wait until like lunchtime and eat. I've been doing intermittent fasting for a while. It just don't work. But if you combine it with something else, I think it works better. Do you think you or any crypto YouTuber will end up on Joe Rogan's podcast? I hope so. I think I may have a way in. Okay, because I'm associated with Karate Combat, and a lot of Karate Combat guys are like, they're a lot of the people associated with Karate Combat are like ex-UFC guys, and some current UFC guys, that are or trainees or whatever. So eventually, I can get that connection to talk to him. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know if I would make a good guest for Joe Rogan. It seems like everyone he talks to are all super interesting. They all have great things to say, or they're super funny or super entertaining. I don't know how I would be if I'm talking to Joe Rogan. So. Tone Lee, rumors have been swirling for a long time. Yeah, I'll just say that. Architect, no, I wasn't. Again, no, I wasn't. I was bringing up facts. Solana in 2020, 2021, even 2022, dozens of network outages that require reboots of the entire network when no other chains had that problem, right? But I said in 2023, none, zero. Didn't hear about any one. So whatever changes they've been making obviously worked, right? Even after people started selling it off because of FTX, when it started recovering, I'm like, this could really sustain, especially if they don't have any network outages. And up until this point, they still don't. Troublesome Creek says, my TA says new all-time high sooner this cycle. So what do you predict? End of 2024 or mid 2025? Portal says, count calories and fast 2 days at a time, once a month, and you could be as skinny as you want. That's like saying, why don't you just don't eat for 30 days and you could lose all the weight you want? Okay, it's all about, is it easy to do? Is it even doable at all? I'm not just like sitting alone in my house doing nothing all day long. I am doing things. I'm very busy. Can I keep up with that? And no, I'm not going to be fasting 2 days at a time. That's ridiculous. What's your thoughts on Sol from here? 5x maybe? Tony, you watch me every day, man. You know my thoughts on Sol. What did I say about Sol by the end of the year? Keep up the good fight. I have waited by DCing. That's the right way to do it. That's the right way to do it. Get a walking table. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. I'll do it my way. Get on that MMA diet. Drop 20 pounds in like 2 weeks. Basically, don't eat for 2 weeks. Exercise as much as you can, and don't drink water. Just the water weight alone, you could drop like 10 pounds. Emilio says BlackRock has defaulted in a mortgage and real estate. Is bleeding. BlackRock BDC plan is manipulate to fall and scoop in and pump up to gain billions. Thoughts? I don't know what you just said there about real estate, but there's been many times when the market has dipped that made me question who benefits the most from those dips, and the answer is BlackRock. So if you're insinuating that maybe they caused some of these dips to pick up, yes, I think that possibly happened many times. Why does Celestia keep going up? I mean, it's just, I talk about Celestia a lot too. A lot of things within Cosmo ecosystem just keeps on going up. Celestia is at 2.8 billion. They're holding very strong. Say is another one at 1.7 billion. Injective is another one at 3.3 billion. All out of Cosmos. Cosmos stuff is just really strong. I covered Sui today. Sui's also exploding at 1.8 billion, up 15% today. So much announcements of partnerships. Drew says, I want you to know you and Joe Rogan are most people I listen to. Thank you, Drew. I don't consider myself anywhere near Rogan's level. I do find he's very, very smart at asking the right questions and also having fun and being able to shoot back like the aggressive people that may, I've seen a few times where like he shot down people for being rude or something like that to him or whatever. Yeah, I mean, he's a really good podcaster. There's a reason why he's number one. He's just really good at it. I like to be good at what I do. I want to be number one in the crypto realm, right? That's why I've said I want to create a lot more videos now. I want to shed a lot of the weight, literally and figuratively, in terms of the brand. There's a lot of stuff I'm doing that have not worked out for many, many years. And I want to shed those and concentrate more on videos because that's what I'm good at. And bring more entertainment to videos. Things that are not just news-based or, you know, macro-based, but more things that people would like to watch. So, yeah, I'm going to put a big effort on that this year. Big effort. Robert, I appreciate that. I mean, his interviews are like 3 hours long, so that's why. Jose, I do appreciate that too. Drew, really appreciate that. In a non, you know, in a consensual way. Evan Almighty, shout out from Houston. Why people doesn't want to see Solana is the one in 2024? It's probably because they don't have enough of it. That's why. Most people get really pissed off about Solana because number one, they hold large bags of ETH, or two, they hold very little bags of Solana, or a combination of the both, right? Like, there's no reason why you have to hold only Solana. You could be holding multiple, right? L1s. You could be holding ICP. You could be holding Avalanche or XRP or Cardano or BNB and still hold Solana and not be offended. But there's some people that get really offended. It's due to those two reasons. Either they don't have enough, or they have too much ETH and they don't like me talking about Sol will surpass ETH, or a combination of the two. David Kelly, start following a few years back. I watched on Voyager. I'm sorry. Hopefully you got some of that back. I know they released 1/3 and there's 2/3 that just still go try to give back. What are your thoughts on staking Sol on Coinbase? Cons against it. When you're staking Sol on Coinbase, it's just you're basically natively staking to power the network. There's always a risk, right? The risk is Coinbase goes under, they take your Sol. But what are the chances of that? Very little, right? But there is a chance, so there's always a chance. Thoughts on deflationary decks that burn 25% per transaction? I've heard that before. Can you do a dive on BLZ on Sol? I think, is it Blue Zell? Is it Blue Zell? Is that? I'm pretty sure that's Blue Zell. No, Blaze token? I don't like all the decimal points, and it's less than 1 million. I hope this is not the one you're referring to. This? It's definitely, it has to be a meme coin. I don't know. Where's the website? What did I say? So it has to be, there's a few of them. It has to be, well, let's do Beasel. It's out for 5 months. Sorry, for a meme coin, if it's out for 5 months and it hasn't really moved, probably won't. I thought Blanc was out for a while. I'm just going to not look at it for now. Coinbase isn't FDIC insured yet. They are, but you know, FDIC insurance have its limitations. What will happen if I pump 50K in Sol now? They'll probably dump. You would have the inverse effect on it. You know what? Look at, I'm just kidding. Look at Cardano. Cardano up almost 8% today. What do you call Cardano people? Kardashians? They're coming back in force. Kane. Been a ninja watcher for years. I owe you a super chat. You're usually the most honorable crypto YouTuber and see the scammers. I appreciate that. Thank you. George, if we DCA 100 per week, how do you feel about spreading it across 10 projects instead of 2 or 3 like you usually do? The way, yeah, you know, you can do it however you want it. I just choose 2 or 3 because I'm only doing 100, and then you spread it around 10 is $10. You know, honestly, if you're just, you pay for fees, it eats up a lot of it. So that's why I choose 3. You could do 2, you could do 1, you could do 5, you could do 10 if you really wanted to, but the fees will kill you. George, should you stop your schedule to meet with Joe Rogan? If he invites me, if he sends me an invite, I will drop what I do and go to him. No doubt. It'll be a huge, huge thing. I would go to him. So one way or another, I hope I bump into him either through connections through Karate Combat or through VeChain, because they, you know, they're partnered with UFC. I've been to one of their fights. It's amazing. Even if you don't like fighting, just attending a UFC fight, amazing atmosphere, amazing energy. Maybe they could introduce me one day. Real boy, thank you. You ditched the market bell for AM show. I just don't have it. Once I moved, I lost it. I don't know where it is anymore. Have you heard of Satoshi meme coin? How's that meme name for you? It's horrible. No one should be using that name. What's the perfect portfolio amount of crypto? I don't really think there is. There's no perfect amount. It could be 1, it could be 10, it could be 20. As long as you can keep up with it. The problem is, over the years, some people have reached out to me and they keep asking me to rate their portfolio. And they send me like 50 coins. I'm like, if you can't even keep track of your own portfolio, don't ask me to rate it. Right? So just make sure that you can keep track of what you're holding. Make sure you stay on top of them, and then you'll be okay. But there's no right amount. You could be holding 100. If you're doing research all day long, every day, and you think those 100 have huge potential, it's fine. All right, guys. I'll let you guys go. Overall, it's a pretty good day today. Pretty good day due to many, many, many reasons. Many reasons indeed. And tomorrow, Grayscale selling goes even lower. Watch out. BlackRock, Fidelity, Van Eyck, ARK, they're going to be loading up. It's going to be interesting tomorrow when I show this to see how much they bought day 12, because I think it's only going to accelerate. And on top of that, you got possibly Fed rate cuts coming up, right? You got Tether printing by the billions. You got the halving event going on. There's just so many goodness, guys. So make sure you stay strong, stay focused, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.